How's it? Today is Friday, August 4th. I am doing my first small Friday since my deload. And I don't know, I feel like I made a lot of progress today. It feels like I've learned a substantial amount in the last couple days. But the biggest thing to me today was when I was lifting, my back wasn't hurting. Moving around and walking and going to work today, which, by the way, I went home early, which is great. Um, it I feel a little bit uncomfortable. Sitting down for long amounts of time doesn't help either, but it feels like my mobility is starting to catch up, and I'm pretty excited for that. This is the rebuild, this is the foundation for which I'm going to need to be better at moving forward. And I think this right here, this hip mobility stuff, doing 90-90s, this stretch here, this one here, all of this was very, very, very helpful. Um, Maybe that angle is a little bit a little bit awkward, but I am very happy with the way that this turned out today. It's what I kind of introduced yesterday, or not yesterday, Wednesday, at the end of the training session, but I didn't know how to video it. But yeah, so after I did my McGill big three, curl up, side plank, bird dog, move into my hip mobility stuff, and that was what I think really helped me. Like picking the bar up off the ground was not nearly as difficult as it was on Monday or Tuesday. And then Wednesday I didn't even do anything off of the ground. But it just felt like I'm making progress in the way that I expect to make progress. I want to make a lot faster progress. I want it to, if I blink, for it to be done with and be over with. But that's just unrealistic, and I wouldn't expect myself to make that style of progress. But for today, it shows that, like, slowly but surely, I'm gonna improve and be better, and that is all I can ask for. So for today, if you remember last week on my deload, I basically did power snatches at 70, power cleans at 90, and today I figured I would do more than that, more in weight wise, and then also a little bit more, introducing a little bit more volatility with mobility. You see there? That little snatch at the bottom where my hips kind of tucked under, my lower back bent forward. That wasn't as sore as it was a couple days ago. And that is something that I'm super happy about. But yeah, kind of adding in the overhead squat and the snatch is what's gonna, I think, in my opinion, really train me to move in a way that I want to, in the way that I'm required to for the lifts. All right, so here's 60. Power snatch is super easy. Overhead squat, if you remember on Monday, my overhead squat, snatch balance type of thing, I couldn't go all the way down. And it was largely due to pain in my lower back, but it feels like it manifests, or I guess my hip immobility manifests as lower back pain. And, that's something that I've been saying for the last couple of weeks now at this point, but I don't know if that is exactly what is happening. I haven't talked to any professional about it. I'm not a professional about it, so I don't know. I do know that whatever I did today at the beginning of the warm up helped me a lot for the rest of the lifting. So, yeah, here's 70. I think maybe I might be able to deadlift tomorrow. I don't know. That's just how good I'm feeling today. Here's my first set at 73. Power snatch is really solid. Overhead squat. Like, even though my lower back kind of goes from extended to neutral and maybe even a little bit flexed, this is okay. Like, it feels okay. The snatch after the power snatch and overhead squat feels a little bit weird, but I don't notice as much pain, you know. I told Steve that this is what I was gonna do today. I didn't even talk to him. I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this because for what it's worth, like I said it before, but I'm way more experienced of a lifter than somebody who needs to like consistently rely on my coach. It's just I like his guidance when I don't know what to do, but as it stands right now, I know what to do. I know what to do to come back from this injury. As far as the progress I've made, I learn a lot every single day, even on my off days. And yeah, I felt really bad on Wednesday. I was just like, I can't I can't lift, and I don't know how long it's gonna take for me to come back to lifting. With the power jerk at a 110 is very easy, but what ended up happening was if I have the bar over my head and my hips kind of tuck under the bar, then my lower back was hurting. And that is basically that resting position or the final position for the jerk. So it was a little, I don't know, just a little depressing for lack of a better term. Yeah, like how solid that was. Feel pretty good at that. Feels like I have to fight a little bit to keep that overhead, but I think it's good to have no pain and to be lifting like the way I'm lifting. The lifts themselves, I'm not thinking about any technical cues, like at all. I'm straight up just like, okay, keep my lower back straight, extended or straight. And generally speaking, that's a very 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 bad way of thinking about lifting because I always say, like, especially when I'm talking to somebody about technique, if you think about an individual body part as you're lifting, you're gonna end up becoming very segmented with the style of lifting and the tempo and positions, and all of your speed is gonna be all messed up. But I don't know, come back from an injury, it just feels like that's how I have to lift for at least a little bit. Here's my first set at 93. I was pretty lightheaded for some of these. You see, like I caught that and I should have just went straight into a front squat, but yeah. Clean is pretty good. Jerk is easy. Let's see if I get into a position where it looks like I would end up hurting my lower back. So anytime my hips really dip under me is where I worry. You know, at some point I'm gonna have to stop worrying about it where I'm strong enough to the point where it doesn't hurt, you know. And it's fine doing that type of lower back flexion, like lumbar flexion. Right here. Oh, no. That actually was perfect for positioning. Here's my last set. Very quick. Yeah, it feels like as the sets go on and more, I am more and more confident and comfortable with lifting like this, you know? Which is the entire reason why I'm doing all of this. I wouldn't do it if I thought it was useless. You know, this is super lightweight. Relative to what I'm capable of right now, I feel like I can probably still clean and jerk 120. You know, it probably wouldn't feel great, but I probably could still do it. So I am just trying to build the confidence up that my body can move the way I want it to and the way I need it to. So another reason why I'm doing tempo squats. It's the reason why I tempo squatted on Tuesday, and I'm doing it again today. So this one is a pause. So on Tuesday I did 3-0-3, which means 3 seconds down, 0 pause, 3 seconds up. 2-1-0 to me is 2 seconds down, 1 second in the pause, and then push as fast as you can on the way up. Obviously, it's not going to be a 0 second push, but this is what I did last week at 100, and it felt really awesome. It felt like I was being productive for what it's worth. And 105 today, it was honestly easier than I remembered 100 being. which is again a good sign for me. Like, I don't think of myself as a confidence lifter, but anytime you get injured, it's all about confidence, because even if your body is capable of doing what you think it should do, if you're in your mind, you're scared, you're reserved, or you hesitate, then you'll never be back to where you were. So I just need to get it in my head that I am getting better, and yeah, I'll keep talking about it until I am better. Finished off with some pull-ups here, just 3 sets of 12. Did a ton of core work as my McGill 3, of course. I'm gonna do it again later tonight. So yeah, I'm very very happy with today. I am doing all right. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.